Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just need to make a call. We've just tidying up just a couple of language issues, and so I'll be withdrawing the following amendments, Mr. Chadwick, to Clause 74, the heading to Clause 74, Sub-Clause 1 Amendment, Sub-Clause 2 Amendment, and then Clause 110. These are just tidy up amendments correcting inconsistent language. And I just draw members' attention to them. If you just pick up one example on page 13 of the SOP, it's the heading to Clause 74 to omit, quote, trades waste and substitute trade wastes. And you might think that's a meaningless sort of change. But I can assure you that across the bylaws of Auckland, whether it's trades waste, trade wastes or trades wastes, it actually makes a difference across the bylaws. And Mr. Chairman, if I may just take a minute of the time just to thank the many officials across the departments who have worked on this legislation. It is an enormously complex piece of legislation in terms of scope and in terms of detail. I want to thank especially the people from the Department of Internal Affairs, Ministry for the Environment, Transport, but particularly, Mr. Chairman, if I may take a minute to thank PCO for drafting it, and in particular Leanne O'Brien, who does an outstanding job drafting this legislation and actually keeping us on our toes, because it is what we hear about. And when you think about the implications of whether it's trades waste or trade waste or trade wastes, it gets quite a... Well, I see Mr. Rajan Prasad says I should sit down, and I noticed something odd happening over in the Labour Party. As the night has worn on, Mr. Stuart Nash has got inexplicably happier, and Mr. Phil Twyford has got inexplicably angrier.
Point of order. The Honourable Steve Chadwick.
I question the aspects of relevance in the Minister from the Chair's speech, and we're very keen to debate the Auckland Bill.
Well, I just say to the member, we've had some very wide-ranging debate.